Hey guys, thank you so much for coming to this. I thought it would only be right to start a panel on collaboration with a demonstration of that collaboration in the form of improv comedy. So I'm so excited. I'm gonna take a suggestion, maybe two from the audience. Anyone got a word? Give me a word. Anyone? Chicken, that's good. Okay, chicken and what? Sliver. That's a little bit too complicated for me. Yeah, okay. Car wash, chicken car wash. All right, without further ado, this is chicken car wash. Sir, I would love to wash your car, but you're a chicken and you don't have a car, so I guess we're just gonna hang out. Oh, hey.
Hi, sir. I'm looking for a chicken serial killer right now, and I'm a police officer.
A chicken serial killer. Well, you came to the right place. This is the world's first chicken car wash.
Oh my, okay.
They don't own cars, so it's sort of a bad business design.
And the chicken is right here.
That's the chicken, yeah.
I need to tell my partner about this, my police officer partner right now.
Where is he?
He's right here.
Okay,
oh, no,
great.
I have a delivery of soap for the chicken car wash.
We don't really use soap here. We use more of like a car,
No,
I
got
guess
5
shampoo.
trucks. There's like
What?
5 or 6 big trucks full of soap for you.
Are you a police? Is this your partner?
No, this isn't my partner.
I don't know him.
Where is my partner? Hello, officer.
I'll get up off the ground, join you guys.
We're both the one single partner. We share a brain.
Oh,
And,
wow.
And we're partners with Eric.
We are a hive mind together.
We're a hive mind.
And we're looking for a chicken serial killer. That's the story.
We've been trying to find it.
You came to the right place. This chicken was just telling me he's a serial killer.
Ask him some questions, please.
Mr. Chicken, when was the last time you left your home?
Today. I wanted to get a
Do you
car
want to ask
wash.
the second half of my question?
What is, what's going on in this car wash?
Yeah, I got 5 vans of soap. You got to get these out of here.
Hold on.
Sir, can you please give us some space?
I just have like a couple clipboards.
There's
you
an
gotta sign and stuff.
investigation going on right now. Get off the stage,
Whoever
please.
did the soap
What
was
stage?
not me, so take it somewhere else, man.
It's for you.
We use car shampoo here.
Oh.
Break it up, guys. Break it up. Come
It's getting
on
intense.
now.
I don't like this energy. And the chicken may leave as we're questioning it because we're so focused on this soap and we need to focus on the chicken.
Yep.
Listen, guys, I'm just happy to be here at the chicken car wash. Okay, and that's the scene. All right. So, what you just saw was an excellent example of group collaboration when you put 5 brains together, 5 functioning brains. But unfortunately, as happens with collaboration, there has to come the punishment stage. I noticed some poor performances from each of you in different parts of that exercise. By round of applause, I would like to kind of get a feel for who thinks who messed up the most. And then they will receive a punishment. I want honesty here, guys. Nice job.
Thank you, everybody.
Okay, wow, okay. All right, so it's clear to me that Dax unfortunately messed up the most. Can you, for the next like 5 minutes, stand backward, like facing the screen? Yeah, okay. So now it's just 4 of us. That's how you whittle down your creative group. You get rid of the weakest link, and you figure out what's working. That ain't working. Whatever he was doing, that's not working, right?
Yeah, but it's harder in like this public setting. Usually this is just like in Joel's
Usually
room.
I don't do the round of applause. I just make the decision myself who messed up, so it was nice to have the group think here. Anyways, take a seat, guys. Yeah, well,
Okay, Joel.
No,
Okay.
not you, Jesus. No, stay over there.
Let's see.
What?
Which seat?
You can sit
What is the
wherever,
seating
man.
arrangement?
You
I need to
sit
know.
Here, you sit here.
Yes. Yes,
I
sir.
choose
Alright.
this one. I like the blue Gatorade the most.
Oh, yeah.
Dimitri's so far away.
Oh, also, Jolly Rancher for you, because you did the best.
Thank you.
Good job, Eric.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. What are you doing?
Please.
All right, thank you guys so much for coming here. I'm Joel Haver. I make feature-length films on YouTube, and these are some of my friends who I make my movies with. We got Trent Linkarski, Eric Bernhagen, Dax Flame, and Dimitri Mikolakis. A couple good friends of mine, and I think the best way to introduce everyone is one by one. I'm gonna do a little friend show and tell for you guys. So up first, we got Trent. Come on up. Very handsome.
Oh, thank
Very, very handsome.
Thank you.
So Trent,
too.
This is sort of in order of that I met them, that we're gonna see them. So Trent and I went to the same high school. We've been friends since we were, I don't know, 16?
Probably, yeah.
Something like, he's a little younger than me. I was sort of his mentor in high school.
Yeah.
Not really, we actually barely knew each other. But throughout college, I would visit home and we'd always shoot films over the summer. And I was doing weekly uploads on YouTube for years and years. And I moved home during COVID, lived in my mom's trailer. And me and Trent would meet up outside because his parents didn't want him in a closed environment during COVID. So there was a 6-month period where we'd meet up and shoot a weekly video. And we
Outside.
And that's when I went from, there was a skyrocket where I was stuck at 3,000 subscribers, and in 3 months I hit 1 million. And it was because of Trent, and I feel like he's the secret sauce. So I'm so grateful to have him here. But Trent was involved in a lot of the movies last year. I actually had a secret goal that I don't think I even told you about for the first couple, where I wanted to have you in every movie in some capacity.
No, you told me that.
Yeah.
You wanted me to just be on like a phone call or something in some of them. But
Yeah. So we'd until the 8th or 7th or 8th one, we managed it, but then I fell off. I went to Dubai and filmed the movie, and Trent wasn't there, so unfortunately, I couldn't get him in that one. But Trent's he's my A1 since the day one, steak sauce, you know, and he's one of my best buds in this world, and I'm very grateful. And he's a creator himself. It's actually funny, you were working a phone job when we were home during COVID, and I infected your brain with the creator disease. Yeah.
Yeah, I was working like full-time, like answering phones and scheduling appointments for people, and I hated it. And I was like, I want to make stuff. This is fun.
And he followed me out to LA, and I even accidentally wound up out there. So we're two guys from Belchertown, Massachusetts. Any Belchertown?
Belchertown.
Cambridge. Okay, that's like Belchertown. All right. And but yeah, he's one of my best buds in the world. So it only made sense he was here. He's been by my side forever.
Thanks, Joel.
All right. Up next, we got Eric Bernhagen. Little show and tell here. Come on up here.
Hello.
Eric is a fellow YouTuber and an incredible artist. And I found him, I think 7 years ago.
Long time ago.
A long time ago. And at the time, you had a very different sort of approach to YouTube than anyone else.
Yeah.
He was playing sort of a man who his mom was like the caretaker of. And it was this fictional vlog that if you stumbled upon it and you weren't a little aware, you might think he's actually insane. He's yelling at his mom.
People are afraid of me, and they don't know, they don't want to meet me. And so
he's
had a hard go of it.
Yelling at his mom, threatening her with a knife, you know, all this good stuff. And I saw that, I'm like, this guy's so good. I got to follow this guy.
I'm really close with my mom, so.
Yeah. No,
And
she's
Joel and I were
incredible.
rivals for many years, actually.
Yeah.
And
Enemies would be
enemies is a better term.
Yeah.
Actually. You know, and we're here to talk about collaboration today. And even in the experience of watching each other for years, I think even that alone, you know, being inspired by you, wanting to do what you do, you know, Trent wants to do the same, it does so much for you, you know?
Oh, thanks.
For me.
Yeah, that means so much. And I remember finding you when I had like 1,000 subscribers.
3,000 subscribers he had when we first met.
And Eric was actually had more than me, and I left a very kind of sad comment like, "Dude, I'd kill for 12,000 subscribers." Yeah. And yeah, we kept in touch. I lived in a van, visited him in Minnesota, and we did our first collaborative short films together. Yep. And Eric since then has gone on to make many wonderful things. And we made a stop motion epic last year. As part of the 12 movies in 12 months, I knew I wanted to make something with Eric. He is such a talented artist and such a singular voice, and I just never had the chance to actually do something significant with you. You know, whenever I make a feature with somebody, it's like, okay, there is what we want to say, there is what we want to do. And doing the weekly short films, it's just like you only get a sliver. Yeah. Sliver. I knew I'd work it in. Yeah, perfect.
That's how you do it, folks.
That's how you do it. That's show business. But I knew you only get a sliver of that person when you're doing a very short collab. So Eric and I got the joy of spending 30 days converting his bedroom into a micro society where all these action figures and toys live, and his poor girlfriend Kate had to sleep on the couch because we were animating in their bedroom till 3 a.m., 4 a.m.
It was really bad.
It was really bad. But we saw each other's worst during making that movie.
I know Joel more than anybody in the whole world, I think.
He knows things about me that he shouldn't, and I will have a hit put on him soon, but I did want him to have, this is like taking the dog to get a treat before you put it down, kind of. But,
cool.
Unfortunately, oh, you didn't hear that. It was a joke. It's a joke.
Yeah, improv.
Yeah. But we had a delightful time. The movie bit off more than it could chew, but I'm so proud of it. We just showed it in a theater in Canada, and it was a delight to watch it with a crowd. It's a very strange, dark movie, and I think Eric brought out a darkness within me.
Yeah, you know, it just seems to happen with everything I do. Everybody dies or people are killing each other. I don't know. It's just something about me.
Yeah. And you do it well.
Thank you. I think about it a lot.
Yeah. So Eric has made several stop motion films. One of them is showing tomorrow. It's a 12-minute, 13-minute stop motion short he spent 8 months on.
Yeah, animating for 8 months.
Yeah, much higher fidelity than what we pulled off in our movie. We pulled a lot of cheat codes.
We did 6 frames a second.
Yeah.
I did 24.
Yeah, he did the full 2.4 on this short. He's showing it tomorrow. It's amazing. So check it out at the screen.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Thank you, Eric.
Thank you, Joel.
Up next, we got Dax. Dax Flame. He and I have a lot of history. It's sort of funny because when I was small, when I was that little guy with I think even only 1,000 subscribers or 800 or something, I had made a feature film. It was a film I made alone. I built a tiny island set in my apartment and filmed this movie where I was stranded on an island. And I was a huge fan of Dax. Those of you who don't know, Dax is a bit of a legend on the internet. He's been around since 2006, 2007. Project X. And he is an excellent creator. And since then, he's had a lot of interesting chapters.
True.
You were making these documentary shorts. And sorry I'm yapping so much. I'm a yapper. But you were making all these documentary shorts on your channel that I really loved. So when I finished my movie, I actually emailed you. I cold emailed you a link to my movie.
And yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, and then I acted in some movies, and now I don't at all. But then
except mine.
Yeah, Joel's the only person who casts me now. So I act in Joel's movies all the time.
If you guys know a guy who's making some movies and need this guy, yeah.
Is anyone casting?
We'll wait. If somebody's in the bathroom, maybe.
We're not leaving till.
We're not leaving till he's got a lead role. All right, but he was a tremendous inspiration to me, and it meant so much at this time when I had a couple hundred subscribers that you would sit and watch an hour and a half of my weird personal project. And it coincided with the release of a documentary you made called Indoor Garden. You were actually uploading it when I sent you the movie. Right?
Yeah. And it was super impressive movie that you made, yeah.
Okay, thank you. And jump ahead a couple years, and I'm living in a van, and I wind up in Los Angeles. And
By choice, you got to make that clear, you know. You lived in the van by choice.
It was by choice. I didn't get kicked out of my mom's. I would have stayed at her trailer forever.
And it was a nice
but
van.
I had to spread my wings. It was nice.
It was a
too,
really
yeah.
nice van, yeah.
It was. I was gonna get a junker, and then my YouTube took off, like I said. So I got a little bit less of a junker. But anyways, coming to LA on this van trip, I reached out to Dax, and I'm like, my dream is to make a movie with you. Like, this is genuinely something I manifested since that email. I'm like, I want to make a movie with you. And the first thing I did in LA is I camped in my van outside his house for 3 weeks, and we shot a feature film called Drowning in Potential.
Yeah, it was super fun to make. Joel makes things in a really cool way where he'll just ask random people if they want to be in it and then figure it out afterwards.
Yeah.
So that's fun to see.
So I got to make a film with Dax, and through that process, you introduced me to all my friends in LA, and I just like got stuck there. I had to stay because there was all these collaborative relationships that formed through making this movie. And I love that movie. It's still one of my favorites I've made. And we've been friends ever since. We hang out way too much. Five days a week, maybe 4 days a week.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's by we have a contract actually. We don't opt to do that, but unfortunately we are obligated to. Yeah. Okay, but thank you so much. And last but not least, just added to the panel. TMI, I went through a breakup. That was my ex was gonna be my plus one, but now I have my friend Dimitri, and in a lot of ways, he's soon to be my next girlfriend.
It's exciting. I'm looking forward.
Dimitri, I also met in LA around when Dax and I were shooting that movie. We went to a live show, and I met Dimitri in the audience. And he introduced himself, and I'm like, oh, I've seen you in my comment section for years.
Which is crazy to remember someone's name from the comments.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He told me his YouTube name, The Talentless Writer. He's an animator. And I'm like, wait, I've seen you. I checked out your stuff. And lo and behold, we wind up living together for 2 years. And I subject him to countless weekly shorts that he acts in, even though he hates being on camera.
Yeah.
So I forced him to be in these silly shorts, but he does a great job. He's very funny.
It's fun. I mean, acting for you is a lot more fun than I think most people, because you, one, you listen to other people and you will allow people to give their ideas, as opposed to being like, go directly to the script because you're so improvised. And yeah, it's fun.
And Dimitri doesn't live with me anymore, but in my heart, he lives there forever. And I think Dax and Dimitri are really cool examples of people that you like cross paths with online, and then suddenly you're like in each other's daily life and like becoming so close. And I think the internet does allow for that connectivity in a really like substantial, special way. And I think old collaboration was so tied to like the old forms of communication, and now there's a lot of freedom in who you get to collaborate with. And one of the one of the greatest things to come from succeeding online is the people you meet, like
for sure.
Growing subscribers. It's sort of petty, it's sort of lame that this is the case, but people will actually respond to your DMs when you have enough followers, and you know, and this is not to say any of those people are shallow for doing so. It's just like there's such a competition online for attention, and so it's been a delight that like when my channel took off, I found all these new collaborative friendships, and many of them are now my best friends in the world. So that's very special. So thank you, Dimitri.
Thank you, Joel.
All right. Well, that was a little introduction. I think the grander purpose of that is to just illustrate, like, these are just 4 people I create with. There are over 100 people I make films with, and each of them and I have as rich of a history and relationship. And you know, I wish I could have all 100 on the stage, but then the chicken car wash might have been a little too long, so we had to cut some people. But these are just all my best buds in the world. I really, really love creating with them. And thank you guys for being here. Now we'll just transition gracefully to a conversation where we sit and talk. Do you guys have anything you want to say? I've been talking a lot.
We didn't have a lot of time to plan. Well, we did have a lot of time, we just didn't do it. And so we had about a 5-minute discussion outside to figure out what we were gonna do and talk about. But we didn't really come to any decision. Besides for that, we would do improv.
It was a really bad
Well,
collaboration.
you were so
outside.
busy fighting, man.
Fighting? What do you mean?
I'm just joking.
That's more improv.
Sorry, Dimitri.
But yeah, one of the ideas I had was that we would do, I would have a soundboard to play sounds.
Yeah.
And so I downloaded an app, and I kind of wanted Joel's permission now to use the soundboard if he
Please.
thinks
It's a really good idea. You should let him.
There's a
Take
couple
her-
good sounds on there. There's a couple ads too.
Is
that
there
we
like
may
a
have to
door
wait for.
At the beginning, it asked me if it could track the other apps that I look at and all the pictures I have on my phone. I said no. But yeah, it's got some really cool. Oh, here's one of the ads right now.
Can you play it into the mic just so everyone's
Yeah, well,
on the
yeah,
same
yeah.
page?
Okay,
Okay.
what's-
Okay.
Hold on. But yeah, I thought this would be really engaging and kind of help out with the conversation. And then there's a whole bunch. There's a duck. I'm just gonna use that sparingly throughout the rest of the show.
I hope you guys enjoyed some of those sounds. We're very proud of them. We actually are quite proud of those sounds.
Thank you. Could I say another idea that I had?
Yeah, sure.
Well, we're supposed to be here for collaboration, right? I mean, we were talking about that, and I was just thinking, what could we do? Could we make a video on the stage, something like that? And I thought, well, maybe the three of us outside of on the stage can make a whole video, start to finish, right in front of you guys, and that would show how great collaboration is. And as kind of a, what do they call it in a science experiment?
A control group.
A control group, we would take Trent and we would put him in a cage or a box in the dark,
think it was a box.
blindfolded, in a box, cardboard, and he would make his own video separately from us, right?
A little round of applause for that idea.
You want a Jolly Rancher? Good catch.
So that idea, unfortunately, we didn't get the cage shipped to Austin. We got it shipped to the wrong place, so we couldn't get Trent in a cage, and he actually didn't want to. Oh, that's a good timing, man.
I know.
Did you have to search, or is it just?
No, it just popped. It was right there.
Oh, wow. All right. So I think now I'll open up to some audience questions. We made 12 movies, 12 months. Trent was in like 8 of them. Dax was in probably like 5 of them, I think. Eric and I made a stop motion movie. Dimitri's helping me animate animated feature film I'm working on right now. It's gonna take us a year, so that's been a fun project.
It's been very fun because I get to listen now to narrative podcasts as I draw, and I'm excited for that.
Yeah, that's actually a great new thing we can do while we work. So any questions from the audience? Let me grab one right here.
Yeah, I was wondering how it was making a movie in a box, but then I realized that the box didn't show up.
Yeah, sorry, no box. But when I made my movie Island, that was quite similar to what Eric is pitching as a man making a movie in a box. I was a lonely, sad man in that New York City apartment of mine with my island and just lost in my thoughts and my dreams. And soon enough, I woke up from that dream and I realized it was a sad one.
Even when you're around people, you're completely alone. No matter what.
I could see that, yeah.
That was a good one, too.
I had a question here.
So you mentioned earlier how when you might shoot the beginning and the end, and then you have to figure out how to connect the middle. Are you writing down what's happening as you go? Are you sort of mapping out the movie as you film it, or is it just up in your head?
Well, firstly, I want to say I just realized you're John. I know I've been on Zoom calls with this guy. I haven't met. I met you once when we filmed, right? Yeah. This guy's great. I love this guy. I love him. But what John is referencing is all my feature films are improvised. I mentioned this in the panel earlier. And my approach to storytelling is sort of a Legoing together of the scenes you shoot. So it's like, today we're gonna shoot a scene where there's an acting class, like in anyone else but me. And we only have this theater for one day. We only have the cast members for one day. And we're shooting this early in the movie. So let's shoot 5 scenes of this acting class that we revisit throughout the movie to plant seeds. Like, this is the arc of the main character in the class. It's like, he's really desperate in this last scene. He's really confident in the first one. Now this movie has to get him to that point of desperation, because we've locked in and shot these 5 acting class scenes that are like these Lego bricks throughout the movie. So then you're kind of having to find that story. So when it comes to whether or not I'm writing anything down, usually not. I usually never write a word. It's all just in my head, which I think is my superpower or my disease, whichever one I'm feeling. And it's really like what makes my form of filmmaking so fun. Is like I said earlier, it's like smashing your brains together and seeing what comes out. And Trent's been there for that process many times. And my first feature film was actually a huge bonding experience for me and Trent. I made it in 2016.
Yeah, We Are Sasquatch.
We Are Sasquatch. And we did write stuff. It was sticky notes that said like bar scene, dance scene. And we would just lay them out on the board to kind of envision the order of those scenes. And then I'd put a little check mark on the ones we shot. And like, we'd think, oh, well, we need a scene here. What could that be? Put a sticky note. Nowadays, I just do that in my brain. My brain is mostly sticky notes these days. Yeah. Any other questions? Back here? Oh. I'll give you the same treatment. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm curious because you guys seem to do so much on the fly. What do you do when you really don't like each other's ideas?
That's a great question.
Oh, God.
Joel doesn't let us do them.
Yeah, I try to be as collaborative as I can be, and I think I am. Like Dimitri said, I am somebody who wants everyone's ideas, but sometimes the movie will be at a point where I have a vision, and like even a pitched joke, I'm like, that betrays this plot arc, or that doesn't work, and I'll have to shut it down. Like eventually, you have to steer the ship. You know, there needs to be somebody who's like, has those sticky notes in their brain so they could be like, you just spilt water on one of my favorite sticky notes, so let's not spill that water, you know? So, but I hope I'm not too much of a dictator.
No, you're not.
You're not, Joel. Joel, you're not, I promise.
Okay, I'd like a statement from each of you on that matter, yeah.
I have never felt scared in the same room as I have been with Joel. I've always felt very comfortable.
And you lived above me, so there's no reason to be afraid.
And you know, there were some days I would never leave my room and go down the stairs, but that was my own choice.
And, and I removed your door, so I knew you were honest. All right, question back here.
2 questions, if that's okay. What's the hardest thing that you all have had to deal with collaborating, and how did you get through it? And what do you fight about?
Oh, what do we fight about? You guys want to take this one? What do we fight about?
Yeah, you know, to me, collaborating creatively makes me feel like I'm a little kid again. And it makes me feel like when I would be on the playground with my friend and I wanted to play pirate, and he wanted to play spaceman, and then we had to somehow figure out how to do both at the same time. And
can I ask what the solution is to that?
You know, it just ends up how it is. You know, it just goes. You know, it's 2 brains smashing together. You know, and the best collaborators you'll ever meet are people that You know, because you imagine something and then you have to use words to give them the idea. And sometimes there's people who, when you give them the words, they can't really put it back up into their head. You know, when they put it back together again, and they're like, well, that's so stupid. That's a really bad idea. But to you, it's a genius idea. And the best people that you work with, they will understand what you know, they'll be able to puzzle it back together again. But there was a lot of fighting between Joel and I when we worked together.
Physical only, we wouldn't use words in those cases. Some problems are best solved with fists.
And we would make up, you know, afterwards.
Make out?
We would make up.
Oh, make up, yeah. I didn't know if you were giving away too much right there, yeah.
No.
All right. Anyone else? Right here?
Hi. Oh, what do you each of you find the most challenging and the most rewarding part of the process?
Trent, I'm gonna throw this one to you.
Oh, geez. Most challenging and rewarding? I think rewarding, it's fun to see like your ideas mix well with someone else's. And part of the collaborative process is seeing like how things form and evolve over time. Because you might go into it like, oh, I want to do a video like this. But then someone else is like, well, what if we do this also? And then at the end, you get something kind of different. And that's fun.
I feel like some of our best videos don't end up being the idea we started with. Like when we were living in Massachusetts, we'd be like, oh, let's do a video where I'm standing on a pile of rocks and I need to get down. And then it just devolves into a meta deconstruction of making a video. Like stuff like that is what comes through improv and collaboration. And just somebody saying a funny line in a take. You know, somebody just dropping a line that forever changes that film. You know, it's like, well, we have to follow that thread. That tangent you just opened up is now revealed and we can't go back, you know? Yeah, and I love those moments. All right, anyone else? I saw a hand over. Schaefer, just met this guy, love this guy. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I didn't run to you like I did others.
That's okay. That's totally fine. I've been a Joel Haver and company watcher for a really long time. I've seen you and Trent out on the ice. And my question's not fully formed, but what you were talking about, how when you guys linked up and you inspired Trent to kind of start making videos is, I think, a common sentiment among your viewership. I think you, in a real, sincere way, inspire people to make videos. So what would you guys like to see, like, in the future, you know, of creativity and filmmaking on the internet? What do you want to see more of?
More people making stuff.
Yeah, I think more people making stuff and more people believing in themselves to be ambitious.
And trying new things, too.
Yeah, I think the algorithms are very anti-experimentation. You know, especially once you find a vein of success, you have to stay in that vein or you will be punished forever. and I think the nicest thing you could give yourself is you found a great thing, find another great thing. Don't just do that thing 100 times. I mean, TikTok, that's all people do. You'll go to their page and it's just the same thing over and over and over again. And you're like, why are we giving so much power to these algorithms? And I'm guilty of it when I doom scroll. I doom scroll all day, and I love that same slop every day. But I think when it comes to creativity, the greatest gift you could give yourself is the belief that it's worth taking that hit. You know, it's worth straying away from what you know to find something else, you know? My YouTube channel took off because I was doing these strange rotoscope animations. And, you know, my bread and butter is live action film, but like these rotoscope animations, they didn't really make sense to make because they looked janky. They took so much more time than everything else. But over the course of a year, I made 5 of them. And then the 6th one just blew up on Reddit, got millions of views. And suddenly in my back catalog had everyone exploring it. So in a way, the thing that now feels like my bread and butter now feels like the thing that the algorithm rewards at one point in time was the risk. So you don't know when you're just like one experiment away from, you know, something even greater, something more interesting or exciting, just both to yourself artistically and audiences. Yeah. Any other questions? Back there, longest run yet.
So I want to hear from each of y'all. Do you prefer to work on one project from start to finish and then move on to the next, or kind of juggle lots of things at the same time, and why?
That's a good question. How do you guys feel?
I usually do one and then go to the next one.
Yeah. How about you, Dimitri? Dimitri's currently, can I talk about?
Yeah.
Dimitri's currently game deving a video game, and on top of that, he does animation, so.
Yeah, I feel like, honestly, juggling is very scary and annoying, and I feel like it just delays the process of something coming out. But the fact that it takes longer also introduces more ideas over the long term. And like, if you were to just focus on one thing right away and put all your energy into it, it would come out faster, and I'm sure it'd be a great product. But sometimes I feel like you're like, this game could have came out, but because it was delayed, and then I had a conversation with Dax about like, why do some people like blue Gatorade? And some people like yellow Gatorade. And then it like inspires some dumb idea that is very helpful for my my project. I've experienced that in game jams a lot, where there's some game jams where you're given 2 days to finish a game, and some you're given 2 weeks. And the longer ones are sometimes way more helpful, because I'll have a conversation with someone and it'll inspire some mechanic or story. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a great example of like where length is helpful. Like this current animated movie I'm working on is gonna take 1.5 years, but it's not planned in advance. We shoot, because it's rotoscope, so we shoot, animate. So we're like 20 minutes into it, I'd say right now. And I still don't know the full story. I don't know where it's going. And I think giving it this time, you know, I'll have those revelations like you're talking about, where a conversation spurs a thought.
But if someone has a strict deadline, don't delay. Like, get that done right away.
Yeah, what's good about YouTube and torture about YouTube is you make your own deadlines if you're the owner and sole creator of your channel. But weekly uploads kept me very honest, and I think when I was doing weekly uploads, I didn't have the capacity to juggle. I had to just shoot, edit, release. There was a very like kind of formulaic pattern. The only exception is if I had an animation going on in the background, I would have to do a couple live action videos to hit those release windows, because the animations take weeks. So there was things like that where I give myself breaks. You know, it's nice to have a big project and then little pet projects. We're actually showing one tomorrow, a rough cut, but I think it's good enough. I never show rough cuts. But it's a film Dax and I made, and it's funny that I call a 30-minute short like a side project, but in comparison to an 1.5 hour animation, it really is. So another instance of me doing multiple projects at once, in this case to save me from insanity, because animating is taking so long. But yeah, we're showing that tomorrow. Yeah. Any other questions? I believe that is everyone. So last but not least, do you guys have anything you want to share that you're working on? Eric, I know you got a lot of like
stuff.
Yeah, you got like a lot of like cool momentum going because you just finished the short film and you have this whole new world and style opening up to you.
Yeah, it's amazing. You know, and I to answer the question about finishing something or working on other things, for all of 2025, I was on a mission. I was working on one film all year, and I had to stay sane. So what I did in the meantime was I made verticals. And, you know, to touch back on something else somebody asked earlier, what you would like changed in the future. When I go onto my phone or my computer and I watch videos, I just think about, you know, how many of these people would be making what they're making if it weren't for the algorithm, you know? And I think they wouldn't be doing whatever it is they are doing, you know? They would be doing what they want. You know, I spent the year doing things I didn't want to do on the verticals, and oh, it worked, you know? It was successful. It was very successful. But then I got banned. But,
He got banned for, can we say the reason?
Yeah, it was child endangerment, actually.
It was a false ban. He never endangered a child.
I did not. So.
If anyone here works at Instagram, it would be great to
Please look into it for me.
Yeah, clear Eric's name.
Somebody please look into it and get me unbanned, please.
And Trent, you're working on some small animations right now?
I have like a handful of animations I got to start working on. I took kind of like a little 3-month break, but I'm getting back into it.
Yeah. Awesome. How about you?
Just trying to figure out some new ideas. If anyone has ideas, come tell me.
I mean, you've been performing stand-up comedy.
I need to come up with some new stand-up jokes, too.
All right, any jokes?
This guy up here looks like he has a joke.
What's the deal with airline food? I could come up with something based on that. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Oh, Jeb?
Sorry, my voice is gone. I was thinking the other day I was jealous of some guy that was peeing next to me in the urinal next to me.
In what capacity?
He was peeing way longer than me and really more strongly. It got me really pissed off. But I was thinking it was good material.
Thank you.
And Dimitri, I mentioned you're solo deving a game.
Yep. Game, animations, working on the movie, the animated movie.
Yeah. It
Fun
means
time.
a lot. Something I consider, like, when I'm, like, working with you on the movie is like, man, you're devoting so much of your time to a project of mine that is, like, my project, but obviously we're all coming together to make it, but that's really special to find people who are, like, willing. Obviously, I'm able to pay you guys, so that's a huge plus for animating, but, like, it's so nice.
Wait, people are getting paid?
Oh, yeah, sorry, Ivy.
Oh.
I thought you were the other animator. I'm sorry. But it's so nice to find people that are devoting significant portions of their life to your project, and obviously, like I said, the pay. But oftentimes, I don't have money to pay people, and Trent and I did stuff forever. We made movies and saw no money from it, and that's like such a special thing to find people who are willing to work together and be in each other's things and go zig wherever you zag, and I think I found that with all you guys and many of our other friends too, so that's very special. Yeah.
You know, I just want to say before our time runs out, last night I said in the Discord that we were going to have a party in my hotel room 106, and nobody came. And, you know, and it's not happening again. That was it. And it was just us, and there was like one other guy, and they like peered through the doorway, and then he left. Well, and I just wanted to say that was incredibly rude.
I might add that you didn't like clean your room at all.
No, I didn't. It was a party, you know, and it was gonna be legendary. And you know, for the years to come at IMI, people would say, "Are we gonna 106 tonight?" That's what they would say. Well, it didn't happen. So, your loss.
Who was playing on the radio? The little clock.
There's
radio?
a little radio alarm clock that I was playing music out of, and it was
Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi on the radio.
You guys missed out. Bon Jovi on the clock radio. Yeah. It was amazing.
We've been at zero for.
Oh, we're out.
We're
okay.
out. We're at a zero.
That's it.
A little shame to end the show. Shame.
Shame on you.
You missed the
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
You guys are great.